Now you're going to answer some questions about narrative arc. Narrative arc is necessary for readers or listeners to understand a story. When we're talking about narrative arc, we're talking about the way that a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay? All stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. In this next section, when you answer questions, you're going to be answering questions about the narrative arc in the third quarter section of our novel, The Crossover. You're also going to be answering questions about coherence. Coherence means that something is easy to understand. Okay, so when we're talking about a narrative arc, coherence means a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, so when a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, it also has a common theme that holds the story together. So if we think about the third quarter section of The Crossover, what is holding our story together? What is the theme of that section? Coherence is important to a story because it offers a way to reflect or make meaning of the story. If a story lacked coherence, then it would be very difficult to get meaning from that story or make sense of its purpose. Okay? So as I stated, you're going to be discussing narrative arc, and you're going to be asked questions about poetry from our third quarter section of the novel. You're going to have a question about a poem from the beginning of the third quarter, the middle of the third quarter, and the end. Okay? And narrative arc is very much so necessary for readers or listeners to understand a story. In order for us to understand a story has to have a narrative arc, which means there needs to be a beginning, a middle, and an end.